In this video, we're going to cover one of the most powerful features of the bone rigging system in Moho called Smart Bones. Smart Bones is an incredible feature that reduces or entirely removes distortion around your character's joints, in our case, the head and legs. To get started, go to Windows and select Actions to bring up the Actions window if it isn't open already. Next thing is to make sure you are on a bone group layer to be able to create a smart bone. If you have a bone selected when you create a new action, Moho will automatically assign the same name as the bone to the new action. So in this case, we'll start with the head. Select the head bone and come over to this icon here where it says New Action. Now we have created a new action called Head, and it has this icon next to it to let us know it's a smart bone action that we have created. Double click on the action you just created. Now two things will let us know that we have successfully created a smart bone. The head bone itself will have a thick red highlight, as you see, and also the timeline will turn blue, letting us know we are creating a smart bone. Select the Transform Bone tool in the Tools panel and rotate the bone as far as you expect it to move. Now we're going to fix the points of the neck to fix the distortion. Expand the bone group layer and select the head layer. With the Transform Points tool, move the points in the head to fix the distortion. Next, with the Curvature tool, use the Bezier handles to fix the curvature of the neck to your preference. Once completed, double-click the main timeline to back out of the Smart Bone timeline to test the smart bone you made. Using the Manipulate Bones tool, when you rotate the bone toward that angle, it will automatically pick up that action you just created. Now that we have created a smart bone for one direction, let's create another smart bone for the other direction for the head. Go to the bone group, select the head with the Select Bone tool, click on the new action icon. You will now see a new name of Head 2. It's important that when creating a second action that the name is exactly the same, but there is a space and the number 2 following the name for Moho to properly reference the smart bone. Do the same thing as before, double click the smart bone, rotate the bone with the Transform Bone tool, and fix the points and curvature if needed. Once finished, go back to the main timeline and use the Manipulate Bones tool to test and make sure everything's working properly. This next part is optional, but will help keep the smart bone from rotating further than the angle we had set. This is done using angle constraints. Double-click on the head action. With the Select Bone tool selected, go to the top menu where it says Bone Constraints and drop it down. Check Angle Constraints on, and with your mouse, move the right angle constraint to the same angle as the bone. Make sure you don't go past that angle. Do the same thing for head 2. Last, I'm going to create a smart bone action for the front leg. The bend distortion occurs not in the thigh, but when I rotate the ankle bone. So with that bone selected and my group layer highlighted, I'm going to click on the new action icon. It automatically named it the correct name. Double click action to bring up the smart bone timeline, and using the Transform Bone tool, rotate that bone. I'm going to hide the front arm layer so I can better see the front leg. I am then going to select the front leg layer and move the points with the Transform Points tool and use the Curvature tool to fix those points. Go back to the main timeline and test it out. Now for the back leg, I want you to go ahead and do that on your own, and we'll move on to the next video. Want to learn more in depth everything there is to know about the rigging tools in Moho, what they are, and how to use them? Then be sure to check out the complete rigging course to know exactly how to rig your character step by step. Want to take the course? Use promo code RIGGING2019 and get the course 50% off. Link is in the description.